Close to 50% of people attempt to lose weight every year. From new exercises, to lifestyle changes, to diet trends, people are willing to try almost anything to achieve the perfect body. It is rumored that in the early 1900s, people would ingest tapeworms with the belief that the worms would consume the food in your stomach, leading to weight loss. Briefly, during 2013, people took to ingesting cotton balls as a way to filling their stomachs, leading them to feel less full. This is extremely dangerous and did not end with good results. Clearly, people are willing to go to extreme lengths to lose weight and attain their body physique goals. This has led to the development of fad diets, which arise out of the newest beliefs and trends. Currently, many of these diets have developed in response to the growing obesity crisis and a societal pressure for people to lose weight. As humans, we want the quickest, easiest solution. Our weight loss quest throughout history is a prime example. Diets can be traced back through history with a variety of success and longevity. The ketogenic diet, more popularly known as the Keto Diet, is the most recent in the string of diets and weight loss solutions. Most people who take part in these diets are looking to lose weight. However, these diets can also have many other results and impacts. So what exactly is the keto diet? Does it work? Is it any different from any other fad diet that eventually disappears in response to new research and a lack of interest? The history of dieting dates back to ancient times, with varying results and an array of weird alternatives and recommendations. From William the Conqueror in the early 1000s, relying on a diet primarily consisting of alcohol, to the 1950s apple cider vinegar diet, to the Hollywood miracle diets, people are willing to go to extreme lengths to attain their weight loss and physique goals. However, many of these diets are often extreme and do not have lasting results, leading them to disappear or fade from popularity. A lot of popular diets rely on eliminating certain food products or categories from your daily diet, making them quite restrictive and apparently harder to follow. Some other popular diets involve taking supplements or adding a new product to your regular diet. Often, when deciding which type of diet to take part in, people will look for the easiest alternative that might still allow them to eat as much of the food as they enjoy as possible. No one likes to give up sweets, but unfortunately, this is usually the first thing to go. It is important to remember that the word diet actually refers to all of the foods that you consume on a daily basis, and does not necessarily mean restrictive or needed for weight loss. The negative preconceptions around the word diet have developed this buzzword into a negative term, when in reality, it just means eating what you need to survive as a living human being. So the latest in this string of fad diets is the keto diet. We've all been hearing a lot about it recently, so what exactly is it? In short, it's a high-fat, low-carb diet. This means that 55 to 60% of your dietary intake is fats, 30 to 35% is proteins, and 5 to 10% is from carbohydrates. This nutrition plan forces the body to alter its usual metabolic patterns and turn to different energy sources. Under normal conditions, the body relies primarily on sugars and carbohydrates for energy. When these are ingested, the body converts them to glycogen stores, giving the body the energy it needs to function. When the body empties these glycogen stores, it needs to find another source for its energy, and it turns to the fat cells. During this time of carbohydrate starvation, the body enters a state called ketosis, hence the name the keto diet, where it produces ketones as a glycogen replacement. The body will now digest and burn fat cells, using ketones to produce energy instead of its usual glycogens. This state is naturally occurring during periods of exercise, and in the very short term during daily life. However, the keto diet causes the body to enter this state, called nutritional ketosis, permanently. The body will now burn fats and fat stores almost exclusively, leading to the desired weight loss. Interestingly enough, while the keto diet does have proven weight loss results, its original purpose was in the treatment for epilepsy and seizure disorders. Developed in the 1920s by Russell Wilder, he found that this diet had positive effects on children with seizure disorders. However, it was eventually replaced by other treatments and medications and disappeared until its recent resurgence. Currently, this diet is still used and has been found to still have positive results amongst children with epilepsy and seizure disorders. Generally, this diet is recommended when the child is not responding to any type of medication, or as a way of transitioning to a lower dose or completely off of medication. Overall, the keto diet has been found to reduce the frequency and help with the control of seizures. After a few years, the child will often be transitioned off this diet, as doctors do not recommend this diet for adults with epilepsy. This is one area where there seems to be the most research about the diet and its effects. We can see that the keto diet is beneficial for people living with epilepsy, but is it a good option for everyone else? Before we look at the effects, one of the biggest questions that comes with any new diet is, what can I eat? Will I be able to eat foods that I like, or will I be living on the same 3 things every day? When starting a new diet, people are often nervous about how this will affect their daily life and consumption. The keto diet primarily involves eating foods that are high in fats and eating the least amount of carbohydrates as possible. To reach the required daily calorie intake, foods containing butters and oils are highly recommended. Many fruits and vegetables are high in carbohydrates, making them off-limit, except for some leafy greens, broccoli, cauliflower, and any other low-carb options. This high-fat diet does not differentiate between unsaturated and saturated fats, encouraging participants to consume a variety of meats, nuts, and any fat-rich snacks. The main theory is that by consuming more fat, your body will burn more fat. The body enters a natural state of ketosis without needing to ingest anything foreign or strange, and you get to load up on fatty snacks and foods. However, it is a fairly restrictive diet and involves a significant change to daily eating habits and food choices. So does it live up to the hype? Many short-term studies have been done and found that there are several benefits. Due to the increased consumption of fats, the body is not as hungry, which leads to an overall reduction in calorie intake. By eating high-fat foods, the body is naturally less hungry and gets full faster. Also, it is harder for the body to burn fats than carbohydrates, and therefore requires more energy to be used to create the energy the body needs. These 2 factors will undoubtedly lead to dramatic weight loss, which is the desired outcome. But unfortunately, there are other outcomes which might not be as positive. One of the first symptoms experienced when starting the keto diet is the keto flu. This is the name given to the symptoms occurring in the first few days to weeks after choosing to adopt this new diet. Given the dramatic nutritional and dietary changes that this diet requires, the body will go through a period of transition and adjustment. Symptoms experienced during the keto flu can include nausea, mental fogginess, fatigue, lightheadedness, and other flu-like symptoms. These symptoms should disappear after a couple of weeks on the diet, once the body has responded to the changes and settled into the ketogenic state. Another side effect to this diet, which can be linked to a flaw in the design and instructions, is a high risk of elevated cholesterol and potential heart disease. Since the diet does not distinguish between saturated and unsaturated fats, people will be taking in a high level of unhealthy fats. Saturated fats are often discouraged or recommended in very small quantities by doctors. So, as fun as it sounds to be able to eat bacon, red meats, and butter-rich foods all day, your body might not be too happy about this choice in the long run. The long run is where knowledge and research about the keto diet gets a little fuzzy. There have not been many long-term studies, so much of the long-term effects of the keto diet are hypotheses and guesswork from researchers. Some of the potential risks could include kidney and liver problems, as well as vitamin and mineral deficiencies. While this diet has been around for close to 100 years, it is now being used for an alternative purpose, and therefore the effects on people are relatively unknown. One thing which is consistent through the literature is its benefits among people with seizure disorders and possibly among those with diabetes. So the question remains, should you try it? Many experts seem to have mixed reviews about this question. In the short term, this diet seems to be manageable and will lead to weight loss. However, many of the long-term effects on the body are still unknown and seem to be largely negative, aside from the weight loss. When choosing a diet, there are many factors that need to be considered. What type of lifestyle do you want to live? What does your exercise regimen look like? Are your physical goals just weight loss, or are you hoping to make changes in strength, speed, endurance, etc.? These are some areas where the keto diet might not be the best choice. While research is sparse on this topic, it seems as though physical performance is not dramatically affected when athletes choose to adopt the keto diet. This means that if your fitness goals are to improve in a physical discipline, then this is generally not a recommended diet. As always, this is very dependent on the individual, as everyone reacts differently and can be affected in different ways. So, it seems as though the jury is still out over the overall health effects of the keto diet. What we do know is that it is still a very new fad diet, which will definitely lead to dramatic weight loss in the short term. However, the long-term results are still unclear. As we've seen, from ingesting cotton balls to tapeworms to living solely on alcohol or apple cider vinegar, diets are continually changing and evolving. As people's desired results and expectations change with society, fad diets develop in response. Whether it be CrossFit, veganism, or the Keto Diet, there will always be something for wine moms to talk about at the book club.